Welcome, golf fans, pursuers of knowledge and the almighty dollar. This is your golf guru bringing you my hidden gems and ownership projections to help you gain leverage on the field and lock in those most optimal lineups. So hopefully that intro music got you pumped, got me pumped. Hopefully Lars doesn't come and try to sue me, but we put a little on there for the intro. All right, let's do this. Ownership projections. Your chalkiest plays right now, these are the highest owned, come out of Fantasy National about 3 o'clock Eastern time. You got 36% Webb Simpson, Russell Henley at 22, and then Doc Redman at 20. And then your next highest plays or ownership is Terrell Hatton, Harris English, the Bulldog, Sebastian Munoz at 19 almost, Kevin Kisner, and Brian Harmon. So, and then I'd say you got Zach Johnson and also Sanjay M. But I think that's actually Sanjay M could be a good leverage play against Webb Simpson. Okay, the next round is not too bad, but there was a couple of guys, as you see, that had some higher ownership with Denny McCarthy and an HV3 coming in pretty highly owned. Substraka is almost at 11%. So that's about it. If you're, again, I wanted to show this. So if you're looking and you have kind of a decision between one or the other, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to try to gain some leverage on the field. You've got a good understanding of the ownership projections as of, again, 3 o'clock Eastern on Wednesday. All right, my hidden gems. First one, Adam Long. I like Adam because he was on the cusp of winning, almost won at Corrales, just had a rough Sunday. And it's a comp course, you know, on the ocean, shorter course. So I think this will fit him well. He's also played here in the past. Last year had a T35, had a cut in 2019. And you can see where Adam was, you know, doing really good on the shot gain totals. Started to fall down, dip below the negatives, and then, you know, and again, that's against the field, but has been having an uptick as of recent. So I like the recent form of that T11 at Houston, which was a tougher course and tougher green complexes. So I'll be playing some Adam Long. Will Gordon, who, you know, he's actually never fallen. He's always had a good shot gain total. He's had a couple T30s recently here at Bermuda, which again is a comp course. He had a T10 at Seaside here at the Sea Island Resort last year, and great off the tee, accurate and long. Of course, you can see the putter and around the green is where he struggles. So if he has a good week putting, we should be all set playing some Will Gordon. James Hahn, who, you know, for the price and the ownership, I think is a great play. As you see, just been trending up and had a streak there, Shriners, Corrales, and Safeway of, you know, top 10 or better. And he's played here 3 times, made a cut twice, and had a T17. So for the price, I'm going to roster some James Hahn. Patty Kazire. Don't typically play him, but his game's been coming back into form. Again, you can see that on this graph here. Recently with shot gains, he's been progressively gaining in his positions. I like to see that. And then you can also see the history here. Had a T15, but out of, you know, 5 events, he's made it 3 times. So it looks like a pretty decent course fit. And you actually get some length off the tee, but maybe not as accurate. But, you know, I'm going off what he's done here in the past and what he's been doing. I think it'd be a good play for that kind of price. And then Doug Gim, been playing really well. Again, a nice trend up on the shot gains. Bermuda comp course had a T14. Played here last year, had a T65, so he got you to the weekend, which, you know, you hope for a little more than that. But, you know, I like Doug Gim's play, what he's been doing. And then actually, usually I only do 5, but there was a lot of guys down here that I like, so I actually threw in an extra 5 for you guys. Ryan Armour, I think it's a great play, even though his shot gain is lower. But if you just kind of look at what Ryan's doing again at a comp course, Bermuda at a T8, he has some missed cuts in here. But what I like is his tournament history, and I think this course fits Ryan Armour very well. I think I brought that up on the preview show. One of the first guys I think of when I think of this course. But you can see, you know, a lot of T35s or, you know, T36 or better. Last 2 a T15 and a T23. So for the price and the ownership, I think it's a good play. Again, if you are kind of stacking a little heavier above, and I think you're okay in this tournament to play guys down here. I think, you know, I wouldn't say this is a tournament where you put all the names, spin the wheel, and see what lands on, but I think it could be a shocker who's in the top 5 when this is all said and done. All right, Kyle Stanley. Also, Kyle's game recently, I'm not super excited about, But what, you could see out of the last 5, three made cuts. But I really liked what I saw here in his tournament history at this course. And for 6,500, I think, Kyle Stanley is a good play. Rory Sabatini, he withdrew. I had him. I think I had him as my hidden gem. I like his game. I like what he does with the putter. He can get super hot. It reminds me a lot of Louis Oosthuizen. The problem is, like I said, he is erratic, as you can see. But pretty solid course history here. 4 out of 5 made a cut at a T22. I think from a leverage play, and again, if you're down here, someone to look at, especially for showdown. Sabatini typically will show up one day for you on showdown. So it's always someone to look at if you're doing a one-day showdown. And then the Bird, kind of a sneaky, I think. He's less than 1% owned, 6,100. But if you look at it, the shot gain has been pretty solid. His best outing was at Corrales at a T28, which again is a comp course. And also playing here, he's had a T23, a T21, a T44. That's all within the last 5 years. So made the cut 3 out of 5 times. For that price, again, if you're trying to crack open, some more guys up top, look at some Jonathan Bird. And then Brian Stuard, not Stroud. I think it's also a solid play down here. 6,500, less than 3% projected to be owned. And again, a good course fit for Brian. Solid in the shot gain. Recently, as you see, it's been a little sporadic, I'll say that. But again, course history, we had a T10 here last year, a T22, and a T25. He does have a couple miscuts sprinkled in there. So you can see, and again, Brian Stuard for typically a Thursday, Friday showdown is somebody you want to roster. And you can go back and track his. Usually what happens with Brian is on the weekend. Some reason he shoots well the opening day. Second day is okay, and then something happens when he makes the cut. Saturday, Sunday just typically don't go that well. And then I got a super sleeper for you coming in at 6,000. You can see he's already 2% owned, but I think for the men price, he's someone that I did throw into some of my teams. This is Camilo Villegas. And if you don't know who Camilo is, this guy back in like 2008, 2009, he was fighting with Tiger. He did well at some of the majors. Never won a major, but, top 10s, I think at 4 majors. He won a couple FedEx events. I think it was 08, 09. He's won 4 events total, but lost his card. He had some family issues with his daughter passing away, which was really sad. She was really young. But take that all aside. This guy, I was looking at his money earnings. He made nothing in 2019, I think. This guy's fighting to get back on tour. He's fighting to get back to gain some of his form. And he had a really good outing at the Sanderson Farms. He actually led the field in approach, actually beat out Sergio, and actually led in a lot of stats, tee to green. Just you can see what's been killing him is the putter. And at one time, if you remember this guy, the Spider, he was a great putter. So maybe he's got to get back down on the crouch to get the putting back. And also, as you see from a putting stats, he does better on Bermuda. So, and this is Bermuda green. So if you're looking for someone, again, way down, bare men, gain some leverage on the field, I have a little bit of Villegas going in. So wish him all the best and wish us all the best. And that's it. That's my hidden gems for this week. And I hope that helps give you those optimal lineups, gain some leverage on the field. Again, if you like what you're seeing, please click the like button. If you would share this with anybody else that you think might have interest. And if you've not subscribed, please do. I do 3 shows a week. And on a side note, we've only got a couple more events to the end of the year because of the holidays. But I will be producing content. And then I've had a couple requests, some people that are newer to the DFS golf world, of, hey, can you kind of do a DFS golf 101? And I did one a while ago, but it wasn't very good. So I'm going to redo that while I have some time. And I'll put that out for, again, any beginners that want to just learn the lingo, learn the best way of, doing research, different areas, different people to listen to like me. Just give you kind of all the insights that I have to, build in some optimal lineups. Thanks so much. All the best to us. And may all of our lineups be 6 for 6 and live going into the weekend. Talk to you guys later.